y'all. So I'm back right quick because I'm going to the bank. Here to talk about Black Lightning. I watched the show. Okay, so let me start with, I initially watched the preview of the show and thought it was going to be real cheesy. And honestly, it is kind of cheesy. But I thought it was going to be that kind of cheesy that I just cannot do. But I was braiding my mama's hair last night, or night before last. Girl, what are you doing the most? I was braiding my mama's hair night before last, honey, and we had done turned it on so we could have something to braid to, or a twist. I was doing her some little twist or whatever. And watch the show and live for it. First of all, I did not know that China Anne McClain was going to be on the show. I like that little girl. I like that little girl. I like her sisters. You know, the McClain girls are talented. The children can sing and act, and that is wonderful. And dance. All the things that you can do as far as entertainment, I believe they can do, which is wonderful because I can only do 2 out of the 3. Mama can't dance. But yeah, so she's on there, and let me just run through the show. So you got this principal, honey. He's a principal. I thought he was going to be like a police officer or something else, but he ended up being the principal. He, you know, it has taken over the school. It's been 7 years since he became principal. His daughter, his oldest daughter works at the school as a teacher. His youngest daughter is a student at the school. He and his wife done broke up because he's a superhero. It's Scooter from Living Single, so you know I'm living for that. Simply because Living Single is everything to me. Everything. It's just weird to see because, like, in the Living Single realm, you see that Scooter has grown up to be a principal, and Khadijah over there trying to make it in the music business. It's interesting. And Maxine Shaw, attorney-at-law, is bipolar ex-wife on Queen Sugar. And Kim Fields is back and forth on Real Housewives. Hello. So anyway, all in all, girl, the principal is a superhero, but he has renounced his powers. So in the past 9 years, he has not done any superherory. But his daughter, China Anne, I think her name is it Jasmine on the show, or was that Jasmine on House of Pain? Jennifer on this show. She is a little feisty. So they having this gala. Actually, both of the daughters are feisty. So they're having this little school thing, banquet or something. And before the banquet, the oldest daughter got arrested because she was out there protesting something. And the youngest daughter appeared to be the good one. And then the roles flipped because during the banquet, the youngest daughter and her friend are getting dressed and they getting ready to sneak out and go to this little quote unquote house party. And the older sister catches them, and the younger sister is like, yeah, girl, I'm going to go on to this party. I'm going to be back in the house at 10, whatever. And the older sister's like, you better. You know, trying to be a cool big sister and all of that. So, turns out this house party is a club party, honey. And they out there getting it on, you know, dancing, carrying on. She got her eye on this little man. The man wasn't cute to me, but, you know, whatever her flavor is her flavor. And they approach each other. They approach each other and they're talking or whatever. Now, mind you, I'm braiding my mama's hair, so I'm looking up and down, so I ain't get the full scope. But she's sitting over there with him, and they talking, and, you know, she's talking about how she ain't having sex with him in the bathroom of a club, and all of this. And then these gentlemen come and sit down around them. And she's like, okay, well, I'm going to go to the bathroom, let's talk to your friends. And they say, no, you're not. So they done captured her, honey. And they basically take her into the office. The man, the big, quote unquote, big boss, is in there. And he's talking about, okay, well, you got these debts. We're going to put this girl out and have her home to pay off some of your debts. Well, China Anne McClain didn't like that. So she said, I ain't home for nobody. She didn't need homeboy in the area and, you know, all of that. And, you know, she's getting ready to be captured, but older sister done told, I guess she told either her mama or her daddy. Either way, her parents found out. Daddy finds out. He goes on down to the club, and basically rescues his daughter. He uses his powers. Now, he has kind of used his powers earlier because they got pulled over. I know this is all over the place, but I did not prepare to review this show. I didn't. But basically, he got pulled over for being black, and he got mad about that because they pulled him over in the rain, and basically tried to say he fit the description of a suspect that robbed a liquor store. But he was in a suit and tie and carrying on, so that did not make sense. And look at that. A dent in my forehead. No one has time. This little knot here, it always leaves an impression. But anyway, girl, so, ooh, Lord, these gale force winds. These Oprah and gale force winds out here. Oh, that ain't for me. Anyway, girl, so he done got pulled over. He got mad about that, and he kind of used a little piece of his powers to shut down the police. I'm sorry, mama in the background cannot walk in them boots. He shut down the police car for a minute, but then he was like, all right, woosah, and turned it back on. So at the club, he uses his powers some more. He gets out to the club and, you know, rescues his daughter without her knowing, basically, that she's been rescued. Uses his powers, beats up a bunch of folks with guns and lions and tigers and bears, oh my honey, and all of that's going on. And he done beat up all these people. And as he's coming out of the club, he gets stopped again by the police. He got his hands up. They hollering at him. They telling him to get his black A on the ground and all of that. And he does not get on the ground. I probably wouldn't either. But I don't know. I'm scary. I might would have. But they tase him. It just smooth out of nowhere. Tase him. And he doesn't go down. And he actually grabs the little taser wires and sends his electricity right on through that and blows up the police officers. And I said, oh no, is he a hero? Is he an anti-hero? Is he a villain? What's going on? Because I've never subscribed to Black Lightning in my life. But girl, it alarmed me when the police blew up. Anyway, so Jennifer is safe for the evening. Mama done already chastised her and scolded her and, you know, all of that. Her sister done took her phone. She's in trouble. So the father comes home and all of that. And, you know, the wife left him because he was doing all this superhero-ry and he was getting hurt and she just could not deal with that. Thank you, you too. Oh, can we get... Oh, no, we're gone. I need the bag back. Lord Jesus. I'm going to have to sit here and wait. Because he done took my bag and I needs that. Anyway, girl, so she couldn't deal with the fighting and carrying on and him being hurt, so she left him. She apparently does periodic checks to make sure he's not still fighting crime, but they don't go together, so I don't understand what that's about. But, what was I about to say, Jesus? I don't know, girl. I was going to really come up with something and it's gone. But anyway, all in all, back at school, the little man from the club that she had her eyes on pops up at the club and causes a scene. You got my bag. No problem. No problem. Appreciate you. He is just, excuse me. Lord, I'm tangled. He is too cute. But I don't know. He comes into my store all the time. And he comes in with a woman each and every time. And they look alike, so they could be his sister or his cousin, but also it could be his girlfriend. So I'm just going to leave him right there at the bank and not make a move. Anyway, girl, so he done come up to the school. He wreaking havoc and carrying on and all of this. Fool not lying. And basically he tried to half apologize, but she didn't want to be bothered. Then he grabbed up on her and her sister pops up and she don't want to be bothered. And I think she might have kneed him again or punched him, she flipped him over. And he done got mad, so now he reaching for a gun. Scooter comes on out I was going to say the hotel, Jesus. The high school, and basically hems him up, grabs him, and is like, you know, if you do a school shooting, you going down for life, you already on parole, blah, blah, blah. And then lets him go, but Scooter let him go with the gun. I didn't understand that because, girl, you trying to prevent a school shooting, but you done grabbed him, hemmed him up and all of that, but you let him go with the gun. He could have just said F it and just started. Scooter. That didn't make sense. So, you know, he says this ain't over, runs on off, whatever. Scooter goes on down to the big boss and is like, we got a problem. Your dude, whatever, is doing all of this, all of that. The big boss, apparently his name is like Latavius or something like that. And he goes by Lala. I also went by Lala. So I ain't like that. But, and my best friend Lauren goes by Lala from time to time. So it's a lot going on. But Latavius, you know, he's terrible now. Come on, niece, so I can get on. And apparently this is his cousin, and he hems up. There's a little boy, he can't be but 10. He out there selling drugs, but he playing video games because he's really more invested in the games than the drugs. And Latavius done hemmed him up, and Scooter done tried to step in. He pulled a gun on him. It was just too much going on. But all in all, he said, you know, let's try to keep the peace down at the school now. And that just simply did not happen because in the middle of class, while China Ann was in her sister's class, Jennifer was in what's the sister? Was it? It was like Alyssa. It wasn't Alyssa. It was like Anessa. I don't know, girl. But anyway, so she's teaching the class. Both the sisters in the room. The assailants come in and automatically knew what they wasn't looking for them. They knew where to go, and that was weird to me. Came straight in, grabbed these women, and kidnapped them right from the school. So then we see Mama and Daddy, Scooter and his wife. They down to the police station trying to, figure out what we can do. The police ain't really doing too much. So Scooter gets to walking off and carrying on, and wife is like, "Where you going?" And he's like, "I'm going to bring back my girls." And she, instead of saying, "No, Scooter, no, don't go and do the thing I left you for," she says, "Bring them home." So she goes, "Yeah, you're supposed to stop, and you were supposed to stop too, but you kept on going." She goes over to, Scooter goes down to a tailor's location, and the tailor apparently is like his dude, his side man that builds all his stuff and all of that, whatever. And basically, dude that made him this fire suit and this electric suit or whatever. So he goes, puts on the suit, goes down to the hotel, Holiday Inn, where they got his churn, and just kicks a whole bunch of behind. He basically just wears everybody out, kills a bunch of folks and all of that, and then grabs his girls. Well, not grabs them, but sets them free, basically. They don't know that's their daddy. That was strange to me, because I would have been like, "That's my daddy up under there." But yeah, they end up being rescued, honey, and that was that. That was like the episode. But we know it ain't over with Lala and them, because Lala goes over to his boss, and his boss is giving scary, very scary. He done harpooned this man in the chest, and I can't think of that actor's name, but he's been in a lot of stuff too. He done harpooned Lala in the chest, honey, and is upset, and girl. So anyway, it's gonna be a lot of drama. This was lackluster and all over the place, but I'm gonna try to have it together for the next episode, which I think comes on tomorrow, tonight, one of these days, honey. Wednesday. One day this week it's gonna come back on. I'm gonna be there. So, like, comment, subscribe, all the things that YouTube is saying. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.